welcome back to the channel. I am so excited for today because obviously, as you saw, we are reading The Gilded Blade. I cannot believe that I'm still holding this in my hands. I still cannot believe that I'm holding this book and that it's officially the beginning of this end of this entire series. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. But we're gonna get straight into it. Now, this is a little forward. Some of you guys might notice the change in the background behind me, and you will notice this also at the end of this vlog. And that is because I am filming this intro as I have finished the book. Why, you may ask? Well, I actually did film the intro for this when I first got the book, but the files got corrupted or they went missing or something as I was editing them, and I literally just can't find the clip that I used to film the intro like initially. So we're doing it here. Just ignore that. Just pretend that this is all happening before we started. But I'm trying to like put myself in the headspace that I was when I first picked this up, but like I think I'm still in that same headspace. Like I still can't believe that it's ending and that we're reading this. This is a little like preview of how crazy this read is because I've never tabbed a book this much. But yeah, I can't wait for you guys to see the mess that this was. I can't wait for you guys to come along with me. I did want to start off by going through some theories. I was actually going to do like a whole video discussing a bunch of theories that I had, but I would be sitting here for an hour and you guys would have to hear me talk for a while. So we're going to go through some of the theories that I had throughout this reading vlog, or like for The Gilded Blade especially. But I'm only going to go through some of them because as you guys saw in my reread, if you haven't watched that, go check that out because I reread the entire Inheritance Game saga before this. I had my handy dandy little notebook that I was writing so many different theories in, and then along the rest of this vlog you guys will see that I was writing in that, kind of going back to that and making different theories. You guys will see. It's a bit of a mess, but it was so fun and I can't wait for you guys to come along with me in that. But I'm going to go through some of the theories that I think I remember mentioning the first time around when I first filmed this intro. So we're going to go through those and we're going to discuss them a little bit. The first one is that, wait, hold up, back up. Sorry, I forgot to mention, if you can't already tell, this entire vlog is going to be spoilers. No spoiler free. I'm going to be yapping about everything with you guys. So if you haven't read the series or you haven't read The Gilded Blade yet, I would go read it first if you don't want any spoilers. There's no excuses. I'm saying it here. I'll say it in the thumbnail. It'll be in the title. The spoilers. Everything will be spoilers. So just a forward for those of you who might want something non-spoiler, go read the book first and then come and join us here. So back to this. One of the first sort of theories I had was, especially after reading The Same Backwards as Forwards and Glorious Rivals, everyone was like, oh, what if Hannah's still alive? Like, what if she's still alive and she's a member of the oh my god, I can't even say it because that will spoil things. But she's a member of this like whole cult, right? I had a feeling that one, she's not, just because I don't know if that lines up, and also like I don't think, like Toby said in The Same Backwards as Forwards, I don't think she would leave Avery. And I think everyone being like, oh my god, she might still be alive. I had that theory until I read The Same Backwards as Forwards, and when Toby was kind of like, yeah, like she's probably actually like not alive anymore because she wouldn't have left Avery. So that was kind of me being like, yeah, okay, I don't think that she is alive. That's my theory. I generally think she isn't with us anymore, which kind of upsets me. But that also leads me on to the next theory, which this theory kind of came about because I've been seeing everyone talk about it, and now I'm like, no, it actually makes sense. And that is, I think Toby's gonna go. I think Toby's gonna leave us. I feel like Jennifer Lynn Barnes has to end with some sort of a sacrifice, and I think it will be Toby. Thinking about it makes me want to cry, but like I genuinely think that like when I was like theorizing about this, I was like, at least that's the only way that him and Hannah will be together if she's genuinely not here, like if she's genuinely passed away. So those were like two of my theories. The next one is, I think I've had this feelings from the start. I feel like Alice is a baddie. I don't think she's on the bad side of this. I think she actually wants to protect her family. Like when she bought James, like when she got Jameson, I had a feeling that she was good, but like in the sense of like she was being like very what's the word? I don't know what the word is, but she was trying to protect Jameson in the way that she could, because when we saw in Games Untold when he was like when Jameson was kidnapped and stuff, the other person who assumed was the Watcher was like, oh, this situation merits more than watching, and Alice was like, no, wait, like, so obviously she was trying to protect Jameson in some way. So I feel like she is sort of on the good side and she's still trying to protect her family for some reason. And yeah, just somewhere along those lines, I feel like she fits into that. The next one, I think where is it? Oh, this was the other one that I think I discussed. That is that I feel like there is a fourth member of the cult that is higher than everyone else. So like, as in, we know that there's always three, but I have a feeling like there has to be someone else involved, or there is in this story, like I had this theory that someone else would come in and want another position, or there would be another position in this sort of hierarchy, like something along those lines. The next one is Lyra's family has some connection to somebody in the cult. And this one was kind of like, I had a feeling, because we obviously don't know her dad, and this was kind of like she's related either to someone in the cult or like a family, because I was wondering if like this is like is this like a family thing or something like that. So the sort of inheritance of these, like this power, or the way that people go up in power, is kind of like related through family, something like that. And then Lyra is connected to that in some way. And then the next one is we get a little bit of a revelation about like other side characters. So for example, like Gigi and Savannah finally finding about her dad, or like characters like Zella. What's actually like, Zella was a really big character that I have had a lot of theories on, because she has like so many different motives that she can pretty much have. And so there are so many things that, like, I don't know, like, is she working for the guild, like, is she working for the cult, or is she actually, like, against them, or is she trying to earn a position, or is she trying to go against them, or does she have some connection? I feel like she has some connection to Alice, maybe. So there was a few things that came up about Zella, and this is just scratching the surface of all the theories I have. Like, I only had a few on my iPad that I wrote down, but in my notebook, there was so many others, and I don't really want to go into them, because I feel like if I do, I will be spoiling things. But along this vlog, you guys will see I will be yapping about all of these things, and we will discuss them in the outro, which you guys will see like in me in the exact same outfit in the exact same setting, because I just filmed that. But so have fun. I cannot wait for you guys to come along with me in this journey and see how crazy it is. But yeah, let's get started. We are officially here for our first update of our read of The Gilded Blade. Guys, I think I literally said this before, and I will keep saying it. I still can't believe I'm holding this book in my hands, and once again, I'm so glad she is as thick as she is, and the font is also so tiny, so I'm so happy, because I was really scared that we weren't gonna get a lot in this book, and I couldn't even care if it was just yap. Like, if Jennifer Lynn Barnes just like put random everything in this book, I would just be happy. But it's already so good, and I'm only, what am I, 12 chapters in. You guys, I'm only 12 chapters in, and I have so much to say. There is so much going on. Like, right off the bat, firstly, she starts like right where we left off, and everything's just happening so like fast, but also like not in a way that's like hard to understand, if that makes sense. Like, it's a good pace for what is actually going on, and it makes sense. I also did notice that this book is gonna be divided into parts. So this is part one. I am annotating this. This is, I think, the only, and I'm with tabs as well. Guys, does this not match so well? I don't know if you guys can see the colors, but like, they match so well. I'm very happy with how I picked them out, because these were the only ones that I had. I ran out of all of my other red tabs for another book that I was annotating, but literally it's just, oh, you guys. I still, like, we're literally, like I said, we're only 12 chapters in, so much has happened. So we're gonna do a little bit of a debrief. First of all, that first chapter being Jameson's, I called it. Like, I was just like, as soon as we finished Glorious Rivals, I was like, The Gilded Blade is gonna start with Jameson. I was like as soon as we found out that it was gonna be his POV, I was like, yeah, it's gonna start. And it was literally just all of the angst and like just going after Avery and like everything, and just like getting to be in his head after this whole situation, and just, ugh, it's so good. Also, I love now that we're getting a little bit more of the other characters all together now. So obviously we move on in the next few chapters to Rohan and Gigi's POVs, and then obviously like seeing them together, and then with Savannah as well, that dynamic of the three of them, and like Savannah being like overprotective older sister but also like not trusting Rohan, and then Gigi just being the ray of sunshine that she is, and like just the cutest patootiest thing ever. And I love how much we're seeing her grow, especially because I love this whole storyline of them meeting up with Nox again. Like Nox coming back into the story was so good. And then them all going to what is it called? What is it called? What's the place called? I don't remember what the place is called, but basically where Nox and Brady and Carla and Severin like used to train and things like that on that island. Like them going there to find Brady, and then like finding him there, and like seeing his interaction with Gigi was so good, because it kind of, we got to see Gigi sort of like have that sort of inclination towards Brady again, but then also we see how much she's grown, and like she's like, okay, no, I trust myself, like to like have my boundaries, blah blah blah. Also Nox being like overprotective brother, like stepping into overprotective brother shoes, we love that. It's like, I don't know, she just like, she's the baby that needs to be protected, but also like, you know, she can go out and do things on her own. But I just love her so much that I'm like, I need her to be safe and happy. And yeah, I think this is just gonna be me yapping about how much I love Gigi. On that note as well, also her teasing Nox about Alyssa and him and Alyssa. Oh my god, you guys, Jennifer Lynn Barnes knew what she was doing, bro. She knows what she's doing with all of these couples, bro. It's so good. Moving on to couples, speaking of which, Lyra and Grayson, I love how we start with them going to Toby. I really like that. And I think I don't know if I said this in my reread, but I definitely, this second time around, I'm really starting to really appreciate Lyra's character, and I really like her a lot more this time around. I think the first time around I was just kind of like skeptical of her. I was like, I don't want another Eve situation, you guys. Ugh. But yeah, so this is good. I'm having a really fun time with this. Obviously, also seeing Jameson like going back to Prague, and like seeing all of these little things, and like the mural, for example, like seeing that mural just in like the last chapter. And obviously Xander, oh my god, I love Xander. I want to give him the biggest freaking hug ever. I'm so glad he's back, and because I know that he knows so much more. I know that there is something about this that has a greater meaning. But oh, and the way, I think I've said this before and I will say it again, what I love so much about Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and what she does so well that I think makes her one of my favorite authors in this kind of area, is her attention to detail. And I think she also, it's something that you need for these kind of books, but she does it really well, and she makes it look so effortless. I'm like, how does she come up with these things? Like, she's actually a genius. But yeah, I'm having such a great time. I have so much to yap about, but it's like all the little things, and I feel like it would just like be babble, and we're only 12 chapters in, so I'm gonna give myself a little bit more time, a little bit more reading. Yeah, oh my god, also there is one more thing. That one quote, I think Jennifer teased it as well. It's in like Lyra's first chapter, when Toby like is talking about Hannah, and just, oh, I will put the quote up on the screen, but like, if you guys know, like, I literally, when she teased that quote on her Instagram, I literally started tearing up. I was like, I can't do this now. And what scares me so much about this book is that obviously there's that theory that Hannah will still be alive, and then if she's not, like, she's dead, and then like that's just gonna still be so heartbreaking. And I'm kind of on the fence about both theories, but what's even more like nerve-wracking and depressing, and like actually so anxiety inducing, is that there's this theory going around that Toby is gonna die in this book. Now here's the thing, this theory is going around and I'm seeing it enough to be like, what if this actually happens? Yeah, no, I'm not okay. I'm not ready for this. I genuinely, like, if Toby dies, you guys, if Toby dies, I don't know what I will do in my life. I will go and jump off a cliff. Like, there is, yeah, I'm just, if you couldn't tell, I'm very scared for the end of this book. I literally, when I went to go pick this up at the store, yesterday I literally was like so scared about flipping to the end. Like I wanted to check how many pages there were. I literally looked it up online because I'm like, I don't want to skip to the end until like I actually get to the end of this book. Like I want to read through it, which is crazy because I usually don't do that with a lot of books. Like sometimes, or majority of the times actually, I'll just like flip through, and then if I see a spoiler I'm like, oh whoops, there's a spoiler. But like this is so important that I need to like consume it and like enjoy it and savor it as much as I can. And that's kind of ironic because part of me wants to binge this and get all the answers, but then I want to take it slowly and enjoy it. And there's so many feelings. So I think I'm gonna read a little bit more because if you can tell, I'm crashing out right now. It's probably gonna get a lot worse, so just buckle up for that. But I'm so excited. There's just so much to get through, and I'm so excited, and there's so many things, so I can't wait. And I will update you guys next time I have something more more substantial to say about this. Hello lovelies, it is the next day and I thought I would update you guys because I have made some significant progress into the Gilded Blade. We are now on page 179, chapter 37, and last night I updated you guys. I think I was on chapter 12. I got up to chapter, what did I get up to last night? I think like chapter 18 or chapter like 20 or something last night, and then I was just reading today, and it wasn't like I was sitting down reading like for a good period of time. It was like I was reading between everything. Like I was reading in the middle of a lecture, I was reading in the car, I would have read in the bathroom if I could, but like obviously I'm not gonna do that. That's very unhygienic, but you know, but you get the point. Like I just could not have put this book down at all. Like I had to force myself to stop last night because I'm like, I need to savor this as much as I can. Also, I would not have been able to sleep because my brain was just going, like the gears were turning at like 100 miles per hour. I was just, oh my goodness. And I have so many theories and so many things to go over because obviously, like I said, we've gone through so much and so much is happening. I think one of the biggest things that has like stood out to me particularly is following Gigi and Rohan and like their little group. So Knox, Savannah, Gigi, Rohan, and Brady in the St. Adelaide like beach bay area. And then now Gigi has gone to the town and met Helena Thorpe, which was so insane. Such an insane interaction. I love the different character archetypes that Jennifer Lynn Barnes builds. Like you've got people and characters like Savannah or Rohan and Grayson, more like harder and like firmer and in a way not necessarily stronger, but they've been through a lot and they deal with it in a similar way. Where else you've got like characters like Xander and Gigi who are very bubbly and sunshine, but that's also because of trauma and they've just dealt with it in a different way, kind of like each other. And then in contrast with characters like Savannah and Grayson, and it's so amazing. I also have been loving following Jameson and now Toby and Xander, that like little trio. Obviously, like I love all the little scenes that we get of Toby and Jameson. And on that note, I forgot what chapter it was. Wait, where is it? I think it was chapter 29. You guys, Jameson, like the first time they bump into Toby, like Toby comes and finds them, and then when he's like, who sent you? And Toby says, Hannah. You guys, are we like pre-alluding to something? Because I feel like Toby did say it again, like he's pretty sure that she's dead. And I know there's that whole theory of like Hannah still being alive, and like I said before, I think I mentioned it before, I am on the fence. Like I'm like, she could be alive, but then I'm also like what Toby said, she might not be alive. So that little thing, and like that sort of, we're not getting as much of Jameson yet because we are obviously like following the other characters. Yeah, so just so much is happening. I feel like if I were to talk about everything, we would be here for hours because I have also been writing down so many theories and so many notes. Like there's so many things. What do you mean? Oh my god, yes. What do you mean? So this is in context of Lyra. I'm all over the place, you guys. I couldn't tell. But in relation to Lyra, what do you mean that wasn't her dad? Like when she was going through the files, like her and Jameson going through the files that he gave them, what do you mean that wasn't the guy that took her? And what do you mean she like is uncovering other parts of this memory and all of those little things? Like there are so many things that I feel like there are more questions that are coming. We're getting answers, but then there are more questions, and I'm just, I'm hoping that because, you know, I'm not even halfway through. I think I'm like a good 35, almost 40% of the way through. I'm hoping that this next like 60%, she will obviously like tie everything up, and I'm trusting Jennifer Barnes because I know she can do this justice. There are so many scenes where I'm like, I can't cry yet. And I just, there's too many emotions I'm feeling. I'm so like immersed in this story. I feel like coming back to this after, once again, like I said, doing the reread, I feel so much more immersed and so much more attached to these characters, and also because obviously it's the end. The last few chapters that I just read, we were back at Hawthorne House with Lyra and Grayson, and seeing all the characters come back together. Ugh, my heart hurts, and it's also like, it's so full, like getting to see Max again. Oh my god, I love her. And Libby and Nash and Nan. Guys, Nan is such an icon. I actually love her so much. Like, I hope I grow up to be like a great yeah, she is a great grandma now. Oh my god, because of Libby and the twins. Oh god, I love how she also called them Thing 1 and Thing 2. If you guys can't tell. I'm just struggling to get through this and not cry, because I want to cry at like every scene. All of the mentions of Avery, all of the little mentions of all of the side characters, and it's like, it's just, ugh. Also, Zara coming back in, I had a feeling from the start that she had something to do with this. I have a feeling that she will again, because I don't know, there's something about Zara. Like, we didn't get a lot of her in the first trilogy, and I feel like there's just something about her, you guys. Just something. Yeah, there's so many things. Once again, Gigi and Nora, the girl that they found at the Tabea, like at the island, I don't know. Guys, I still keep mixing this up. But anyways, that was insane. Like, there was things that she was saying that like Gigi like alluded to, like we've heard before, and I was like kind of making connections, and just there are so many things that I'm like, this story just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Also, Gigi calling Nora Sentimental Knives. Oh my god, I love that, because in Jennifer Lynn Barnes, like, she had her live a while ago talking about the Gilded Blade, and she did mention that Gigi would nickname one of the characters Sentimental Knives. I initially thought it would be like Emily, or like maybe even like Mimosas. Guys, I just literally just call him Mimosas. I'm so Gigi. I don't even call him by his name. But no, I love seeing that it's Nora, and I can't wait to see like how all of these things connect, because obviously we know the whole subplot with Lyra and her dad connects somehow, but then there's also Toby and Hannah and what Toby knows, and then there's also Tobias and Alice, like that whole little like side quest of what Jameson was finding out about them, and then finding out what Nan said about Alice, and then obviously the whole thing with Brady and Rohan and Knox and Carla, and all of those like little things just need to add up. And Eve is still in this, guys. Like, there's so much happening. So I'm gonna read a little bit more. Like I keep saying, I want to binge this book so bad, but I'm forcing myself to enjoy it, because once it ends, I'm gonna feel empty, but then I'm also gonna feel so fulfilled, if that makes sense, like at the same time. So I'm gonna read a little bit more, and then probably update you guys when I have a little bit more to say. And for now, not much. The weather is really, really rainy and stormy today, and like, it just reminded me, you guys, as far as I'm concerned, how the same backwards as forwards, you go to the storm. So I don't know whatever weather it is for you guys when you guys are watching this, but if you're reading this or you're just chilling, grab a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, an iced chocolate, an iced coffee, whatever you want, and just sit down, chill. I'm gonna go do that, and I will update you next time I have something to say. Hello, my lovelies again. I thought I would update you guys now. It is much later in the night. Let's maybe not say how late it is, okay? I just am up because I've been reading. I'm literally just about to hit the 50% mark. I would say I'm like just over 45% in, actually. Yeah, I'm officially halfway through. So we are going to be continuing, but I just wanted to debrief a little bit with you guys, because I wrote down some things. Actually, at the start of this, I was going to go through some theories. I did, like, as you guys saw, I did go through like some of the little theories on the bingo card that we started off with, but I had a bunch of other theories that have been like coming up as we've been reading, and it's just, oh, there's so many things. Firstly, in the last part that we read, I don't even remember what I said we started at last time. I think it was like chapter 30 something. Right now we are on chapter, oops, what chapter are we on? Chapter 53. I'm midway through chapter 53, part 2 of this. I love that this is like split into different parts, and it's really cool. I'm loving that, and I think it's giving like, there's this extra sense of anticipation that I have with like the separated parts. I don't know, and also because Jennifer Lynn Barnes, like she's added like little quotes from poems or like books from each one. I think for this part, honestly I couldn't be bothered finding it right now, I'm so sorry you guys, but you know, if you've read the book you know what I'm talking about. So far I think the main things I have to update on is, one, the whole like ending to like the whole little group in the St. Aled, like Gigi, Rohan, Savannah and Brady. Rohan, Savannah and Brady like going off and leaving Gigi and Knox. I literally kind of wanted to cry. I've literally just been wanting to cry this entire book, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, it just, I'm feeling so many emotions, but that was like, why would you do that to my baby girl? Why would you do that to her? And I was really upset for her. I think her character, like, I love her so much and I feel so protective of her, but she also kind of triggers me sometimes because I'm like, Jennifer Lynn Barnes just kind of put my trauma onto a page and was like, here you go. In some sense, I feel like if you put Savannah and Gigi in one, I don't know how that works, but you just need to understand, but like, that's me, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it, you just you just need to understand. But so I've been loving her, my baby girl. I love her so much. Also, I love that we've got Mimosa's reappearance. I'm so happy for her, especially. Ugh, I love them so much. I don't know why, like I love her. She is so lovable for such a good reason. Oh my god, I think I also forgot to mention this before, but it did happen. I was gonna update you guys about it last time, but Lyra and Grayson going to Miles End and like them meeting her parents officially, and getting to know a little bit more about her story, and her little brother Connor, is that his name? Connie, something like that, but really cute. And just that little interaction as well between Grayson and her parents, and then like all of just the little things, like it was so sweet and it was so wholesome. Ugh, I love them so much. I love everyone in this series now so much. Like, I genuinely yeah, I don't think I can hate anyone. Savannah is kind of annoying me, guys. I love her, don't get me wrong. I love her and Rohan, and I think the reason why their characters infuriate me in the ways that they do is like really good, because it relates to their character development, like their trauma and their relationships and things like that. But at the same time, it just kind of does annoy me and upset me. But I am loving everything so far. I think I mentioned this before. Nan, absolute icon. She just came up before again in when she found Lyra and Grayson like in Alice's garden, like the garden that they found from her room, and she was like talking about like the whole lore with her and her husband, and I was like, oh my god, this is like, she's such a baddie. I love her so much. It's so funny. I genuinely think she knows more than she's letting on. As well as like, for example, characters like Xander. I'm like, Xander knows so much more. I genuinely think that boy, like it's always the Sunshine characters that just know something. And also Xander, I don't know, like I think ever since we found out that like he knew that Tobias Hawthorne was dying, I was like, does this kid know something about this now? Also, oh my god, I had this big theory. The whole issue with Zella, so there was a bunch of theories going around that she's like the Menekaros, or she's trying to like take down the Gilded Blade or something, but I have a feeling that like she's trying to get in on the Devil's Mercy. Not the Devil's Mercy, oh my god, the Gilded Blade. Guys, have I been that's another topic, the Devil's Mercy. But she's been, wait, no, I was right. She's trying to get into both the Gilded Blade and the Devil's Mercy for like the reasons of each other, if that makes sense. So what I'm trying to say here is basically, I think she's either trying to get in, like get the acceptance, now that we know like that the hierarchy or like the positions of the Gilded Blade are like given as like like not options, but like opportunities or like offers that you could get, or like you have to earn it or something. I have a feeling that her and Rohan's like little tiff between like who's gonna inherit the Devil's Mercy, like the power over the Devil's Mercy as the proprietor, I genuinely think that that might be the thing that she was sent to do in order to earn her way into the Gilded Blade, if that makes any sense. I could be either completely right or completely wrong or somewhere in the middle, but that's my theory on that. I feel like I have a feeling like that we obviously know that she's involved in this somehow, but I did have a feeling like just that was something. And yeah, I don't know, like just because of that whole motto of like men shouldn't be, like men ruin things in power, and so like a woman should have control of it. And then obviously, oh, and I loved, I think I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I loved the little detail about like the Tobias Hawthorne like hiding like the symbol of the Devil's Mercy and like that connection. And I'm so excited to find out, because obviously the current chapter that I'm in is Grayson's not Grayson, oh my god, you guys, this is how you know it's currently 11:50. What time is it? It's 11:53. That's how you know. But I am so into this right now. I cannot like, there's just so many things, and like all of these new characters, but like also they have some sort of symbolism. Like for example, Nora. I have a feeling that obviously Nora like knows a lot more than she's letting on, and like she has, I feel like she either has some connection to not Alice, to Zella or Odette. I initially was thinking that she might be like Odette's granddaughter, maybe not, but I don't know. I don't know if that's plausible. It might still be. I think I'm just gonna keep it in the back of my mind, but she definitely has some sort of connection to either Zella or Odette somehow, because I don't think like Jennifer Lynn Barnes would have just thrown in a random character. I also loved, there's so many things that I just want to up about, but one of the other things I really liked is that we met Jameson's other uncle, Bowen. It was Bowen, yeah. I get confused between them because they both start with the letter B. So obviously I love seeing Bradford again, which was the uncle that we met in The Brothers Hawthorne. But this was so cool to kind of see Bowen, and then how this will have like a little plot, because I always knew that we weren't gonna see, this was like when in Brothers Hawthorne, like that wasn't the end of what we were gonna see of Jameson's family, because there was obviously so much more. And I think especially Vantage and like the whole thing with his grandmother and like her being the thing, and like this whole kind of like this theme of like the matriarchs of like Helena Thorpe, or the women in the families being behind everything, like that is just such a big thing. So there are so many theories that I have. There are so many things that I'm just like, I'm confused about, but like there are things that are adding up, and it's just all making sense, but it's also such a muddle. And that is literally just because we are halfway through this, but I cannot wait to keep reading. I'm gonna, guys, I'm trying to savor this as much as I can, but I just cannot stop. I've also been tabbing literally everything. Like yeah, it's just a lot. So I'm gonna read a little bit more and then probably go to sleep, because otherwise I will not be able to function tomorrow. And then I will update you guys tomorrow when I have read a little bit more, and I once again have something more to say, which I will always have. So I'll see you guys later. We're back, lovelies. It is the next day. I thought I would update you guys because I have a lot to say. I've officially reached the halfway mark, chapter 57. Guys, I'm like halfway through it, so bear with me. Yeah, chapter 57, Lyra's point of view. But I just wanted to stop to talk about the last chapter, Gigi's chapter, when she goes back to Helena Thorpe, and that entire conversation. You guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I'm so okay. All of those revelations, I love the lore and like the more like building we got on the whole Gilded Blade and that whole thing, and the revelations about like Zella and Carla and Nora, and like I'm assuming that not really, we didn't get any revelations about her, but like of the Vega family, and obviously Helena's involvement in the Gilded Blade, and how they were tested and put through this like the crucible in order to reach this, and then how the system works of like them going up the hierarchy, and then of her friend Vega. And I was thinking about this as I was reading, I was like, they were talking about like Nora, like Gigi was making that connection about Nora potentially being of the Vega family or something like that. But I have a feeling as well that Lyra might be from the Vega family. Just a wide guess out there, you guys. I feel like she has some connection to it. Maybe she's not a part of the family, but maybe like her dad, it's not her dad. I don't know. We're fighting so many things out right now, but might have a connection to it, and that's why she was involved, or just like so many things. And also her name, I like, this came up before, but like her name being the name that like Tobias Hawthorne had on the ring box that he gave to Alice. Like, did Alice have another name that was Lyra? Like that was her other name? Because Helena also mentioned like they couldn't have their actual names in the Gilded Blade. So yeah, I was just thinking so many things, and I was going like over all of my theories. One of the things that I completely forgot about, Brady and like his whole thing with constellations, and I just remember that being something that was brought up, that like the Monecaros apparently was like a constellation of some sort, or like it had to do with some constellation. It was based, like the mythical creature or something was based off of it. So I don't know, like does that have something to do with it? And also I remember Rohan saying that Lyra's name was a constellation. What? Guys, am I figuring things out as we're doing this? No, that's crazy. No, because there are so many things that are going through my mind a million miles per hour, but I think there are just so many things, obviously, like, oh, I'm still have so many questions about Nora, and I have so many questions about Lyra and all of those things that we're kind of figuring out. I'm like halfway through chapter 57, which is Lyra's chapter, and obviously Jameson coming back, them finding out about like the guy being like from like the guy that she found, like his name, like Dracoris, hold up guys, let me find it again, you guys, where is it? I'm trying to find these things, but just there's so many things, and like just all of these revelations is making me go insane, and there's so many like little clues and hints and things that I'm trying to figure out as we go. But yeah, I'm just so excited to keep going. I will update you guys because, oh my god, also, sorry, I completely forgot, this was one thing that I wanted to mention. Jennifer Lynn Barnes is back at it with the twisted family trees. What do you mean Knox is Aryan's son? Excuse me. Like, why are we back at this? These weird family trees.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that?
Anyways, I'm in the midst of when Jameson kind of barges back into Grayson and Lyra's, like he's back at Hawthorne House, and so that's about to go crazy. So I everything's just going all over the place, so I just can't wait to see what happens with that, and then I will obviously update you guys in a bit once I have a little bit more to say. Like I said before, I'm officially halfway through this book now. I cannot wait to continue. We're almost, guys, we're halfway there. I can't believe it. You understand, like every single page, I like want to cry for some sort of reason, whether it's I'm overwhelmed or I miss the characters or something. I'm just, I'm in it and I miss it so much, but I'm having such a great time. So we're going to keep going. We're going to keep trying to enjoy this. It's bittersweet, but yeah, I have so many questions. There's so many things that need to be answered. I have so many theories. Oh my god, Zella and Rohan and Savannah, like what's happened with Savannah. Oh, just so many things. So we'll get back to that, but in a little bit. So for now, I'll see you later. Oh my god, I don't even know how to start this normally because we have so much to talk about. It's literally only been like 2-3 chapters. What in the world? Firstly, chapter 57, or was it chapter, yeah, it's chapter 57, bawled my eyes out. Guys, I didn't think I was gonna cry. Like just, oh, getting all of them back together, and then Jameson just going through it and all of them just being there for him, and Libby coming in and being like, no, like, yes, this is what is going on, and we need you to help out, and we need you to be like, feel better, and we need you to let us in for Avery, and just, oh, and just all of them coming together and like them hugging and okay, I need to calm down. I don't want to cry again, but yeah, I will say I did just bawl my eyes out. Also, excuse me, Harvard girl, Nora? Huh? Ma'am, sir, what in the, nah. If I thought Jennifer Lynn Barnes wasn't a genius already, this was just like extra thing, like just like so many things, like like how? Like just how? I'm gobsmacked. Like that tiny little detail, I kind of always was like confused about, like she just threw like Grayson just hooked up with a girl at Harvard and then like nothing ever happened. So I liked seeing that this was like a little bit behind it and why she kind of was sent like to Grayson like by Alice, and then obviously she didn't know it was Alice at the time. But yeah, knowing that was so cool. And it's just, oh, I'm in the middle of that chapter now. I'm just like finding out all that stuff. And guys, you know how I said before, I think it was the last clip that we were talking about this, but that I mentioned like Lyra was the name of a constellation or something, and then it had something to do with like, wasn't like Vega a constellation, or like was she related to the Vega family or something like that? And then Knox pointed out that Vega is a star in the Lyra constellation. Guys, did I know exactly that it was the star in the constellation? No, because that's not something that I know. Okay, it's not basic knowledge, you guys, but like maybe it is, but I just don't know it. Anyways, that was so cool. So that was something that I was like, oh, is this a connection? And it kind of was, even though it wasn't exactly. I think she is obviously still related or like connected to the Vegas in some way, and if she's not, her uncle or whatever he is to her now, I'm just assuming it's uncle, I'm pretty sure, unless things change, because you never know Jennifer Lynn Barnes, like she has the biggest plot twists. I love having everyone together now at Hawthorne House, everyone that's at least still there, but it's just so sweet them trying to figure all of this out. And oh, it's so wholesome, like Gigi and Xander and now Knox and Slate like obviously coming in, and then Lyra and Nora, and just all of these things that we're uncovering, but like all of them doing it together is so wholesome and it's so beautiful, and I love it so much. And it just, ugh, it makes me want to cry again. Another thing that's been wanting to make me cry, I keep saying this, I mentioned this before, and I will keep mentioning it because I genuinely think it's gonna happen, and I'm really, really, really scared. Everyone keeps saying Toby might die. Guys, you know what's funny though? I genuinely kind of saw it coming. I was like, if Hannah's not alive, then Toby has to go, because that's like their little excuse to be like reunited or whatever. So that's gonna really hurt, and it's gonna be really painful. But I just know, like, if it does happen, which I have a feeling that it will, and I'm trying to prepare for the worst just in case, it's just, yeah, there's so much going on, and there are just so many things that are building up. And this, like I keep saying, this, like, I think Jennifer Lynn Barnes definitely like expanded in terms of this lore with the Gilded Blade, and I was not expecting to get so much, and I love it so much. I love getting the history of the cult and why they were created, or how things kind of work, and as we're seeing it through different characters, and then how they all come together now and they're figuring it all out together. It's so beautiful. I'm also so confused about like what Nora was saying about the current hand, who that might be, because we know it's not Alice. We know Alice is now the Manekaros. So I am just like, I have my theories on who it might be. I have feelings, but I don't think it's like, I don't have enough information to be like, oh, it's this person, or it might be, because it could be someone that we haven't met yet. So we'll see. I'm very excited to continue this. Like I said before, we officially have, oh, now it's just gonna be just under halfway to finish this book, which, oh, I can't believe it. And I literally have been tabbing everything, you guys. It's actually ridiculous. I think I have at least a sticky tab on like every page. It's crazy, or every 2 pages. Yeah, I don't know. I have so much to say, but I can't say it because it kind of all just revolves around the fact that I have so many emotions about this book. It's absolutely marvelously written. It's so incredible. The world building, the character depth, and the relationships, I think, and that's something that I love that Jennifer Lynn Barnes does so well. And I think, like I've said before, that is something that I like to see consistently over my favorite authors. That's what makes my favorite authors. I think characters and character relationships and character depth is such an important part. And of course, the found family, which has made me cry numerous times, but and it will continue to do so. But I'm gonna keep reading. I'll probably have something to eat because I am hungry, and because thinking about Xander makes me think about scones. So that actually, I might make scones later on. or maybe today or tomorrow. I've been wanting a street treat, so that will be my excuse to do that. That will be fun. So I'll keep you guys updated if I have anything else to say, but for now, that's pretty much what I had to get off my chest. I will definitely have like a full debrief at the end of this, like not just when like we're doing the segments, but yeah, it's just, it's gonna be so bittersweet, and I keep saying it, but if you're here for the yap, so you're kind of just gonna have to put up with it. I love you guys, but I will leave you for now, and I will catch up with you guys after. I'm a genius. Oh my goodness, you guys. What just happened? I'm up to chapter 72 now. I just finished chapter 71. We need to debrief so much that has happened. Guys, it wasn't even that much that I read, but so much has happened. Okay, I have a list. This is how serious I am right now. Firstly, the ending of that revelation I saw coming. I think I said this before, and if I didn't say it before, you guys, I should have said it because it would have made me sound so smart. I swear to God, this book is making me feel both like a genius and like an idiot. But Savannah being the third candidate, bro, I literally told you. This is gonna be insane because it's Avery, Eve, and now Savannah. And Avery's just kind of by herself because Eve and Savannah had this whole thing, and this is just gonna be a mess. So I don't know how this is now. Bro, you guys, I saw it coming from a while away. As soon as we saw Zella like go up, like that interaction between Zella and Savannah, I was like, no, I know. And when she gave the thing to Rohan, like when she like gave the money, I was like, something has happened, that she has taken this opportunity, because I'm like, Gigi didn't take it. So oh my God, so that was just one thing, because I finished that chapter and I just had to get that off my chest. On that note, oh my God, them going back to Lady Monecros, like the horse at the races in London. Oh my God, it was so good, because when I reread, you guys saw in my reread, I made like a little comment about that, and I picked that up, and so when they mentioned it again now, I was like, oh my God, that's so good. And the messages in that, and Toby's reaction, the way that ending line was a palindrome, and Toby's reaction, and Zella being there, and then Jameson and Toby just having that really tiny interaction and being like, it was just, it was so perfect. I'm gonna cry again. I can't do this. But yeah, there are just so many things that have just been happening. I also love what's going on with Gigi and Lyra, and we're following like all of them trying to find out this other stuff, like Lyra finding out, okay, she potentially has an aunt. That lore, she's probably obviously gonna run off and try and figure something out. There's so many things like that are just happening all at once. I also, the Gigi and Slater like little crumbs that we're getting, I'm eating it up. Also, I'm loving Grayson and Lyra in this book. Like, I love that we're seeing more of their relationship and how they trust each other, and I also loved that we kind of got to see a little bit of them through Jameson's eyes, which was so sweet and so precious. Like, obviously Jameson kind of seeing him and Avery in them, but then also the differences, and it was just so wholesome. I love them so much. I still have so many theories about like who the current like Omega is, like who the Hand is. I have a feeling it might be Lyra's aunt, obviously, or maybe like Zara or Nan, or like someone that we know. I don't know, like I have theories, but there's nothing really like that's like concrete evidence, if you know what I mean, like if that makes sense. I do have a feeling about Zara and Nan, obviously knowing more than they've let on. Like there's something about Zara especially, like does she know something? I don't know what it is. I just have a feeling. And this next chapter is going to be Rohan's chapter, so that's going to be interesting seeing him now as the proprietor. Obviously, like now he's taken that role, and Zella's just kind of let that go. And then obviously her reaction telling Jamie and Gray and Xander and all of them at the end of this last chapter. So I'm excited to see what's happening with Rohan, because that will be interesting, because apparently he called in someone for like a deal or something, and the kid that was there, I forgot what his name was, we got like a last name, not an actual last name, but like Savannah gave him the fake last name in the in the reports or whatever. So that was really interesting. Man, everything's just going crazy. Also, Odette, where's Odette? Why is this woman, I have a feeling that Odette has something to do with this. Like, is she the hand? Like, is something going on? Is Odette, I have a feeling maybe Odette is like the fourth, like the higher up. It was funny because I did mention this before, actually. This was one of the theories that I mentioned before, I think, that I was like, there has to be like someone above, like in the hierarchy of all of this, because I'm like, it can't just be the three. Like, it's just like, in the sense that it could just be the three, but there has to be, like they said, someone watching over, and I think I kind of had a feeling about that. So that was really cool to find out. And oh my god, the keys, you guys, the whole story with the keys, and then all these games that Tobias Hawthorne set up, and this whole, like, I love how we're getting context of like Tobias and Alice's relationship, and then how that links to everything that's happening. I have a feeling obviously the Devil's Mercy will come back into this, because there is something that the old proprietor Alistair knows, something like that. So there's just so many things that I'm like, I feel like they're all threads that just need to be tied up, and I can see some of them a little bit clearer than others, and I'm just finding my way around this, you guys. It's so well done. The storytelling in this is so good. I love the characters, I love the relationships, I love this build up, I love, oh my god. Yeah. Also, that theory that Toby is gonna die, I keep, part of me is like, maybe he won't, maybe Hannah will still be alive and we'll get this happily ever after, but I don't know, because especially in this last chapter, when he asks Stella, he's like, where are my daughters? And he's like, when he's obviously referring to Avery and Eve, the theory is that he dies to protect one of them. So I'm just like, oh, we're cooked. So yeah, I just know. Yeah, did I cry in this last chapter? Yeah, I did again. But I just, yeah, I'm struggling, but we're going through it. We're nearly at the end, you guys. Like, I have like just over probably 30% left, and I am scared. I'm really scared. I don't want this to end, but I'm also trying to savor this, but I also want to know everything. So I'm gonna force myself obviously not to finish it tonight, because if I finish it tonight, I will not be mentally stable whatsoever. So I don't think I can finish this tonight. I have to force myself not to, but we're just gonna get to a point. I do have a feeling, like I said before, of what is gonna happen coming up. So I feel like Lyra's gonna go try and find her aunt. I have a feeling that obviously something's gonna happen with Toby. There's just, oh, there's so many things. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see everything unfold, and just, yeah. Oh, if I think about it too much again, I'm gonna cry. So we're gonna stop here, and I'm gonna read a little bit more, and then I will update you guys later if I have anything to say, or tomorrow after I read a little bit more and have some time to collect my thoughts, because my brain is going like a million miles per hour. The gears are turning, the locks are unlocking and locking at the same time, so there's just so many things. But yeah, we'll get to that when we get to it. So for now, bye-bye. Did I literally just put the camera down and pick it up again? Yes. And did we only read 3 chapters? Yes. But what did I say? What did I say? Every time I think this woman can't get any more of a genius, Jennifer Lamont, she just goes and proves us wrong. She goes and proves us wrong. Like, I said the Mercy had something to do with this. I knew it did, and it does. But I thought it was like a rival or something, or maybe like controlled or something, or like I knew the proprietor knew something, but like the way she revealed it was still so crazy, and it was just, oh, it was so amazingly done. And like all of the little details and the way that Rohan picked it up, and I was just like gobsmacked, stunned, in awe, like jaw on the floor. Insane. I kind of saw it coming. I didn't see all of it coming. I kind of saw it coming, but I was still surprised. And also I love that now, I just love that entrance of the brothers and Toby walking in and Rohan just seeing all of them, that entire interaction. And it was so perfect. Also, Rohan and Xander, so good. Such a perfect combo. I don't know how I explain it. I see it. Like the Sunshine Goofy character, and then like the sly and cocky, but like more like quiet. Not really, Rohan's not quiet, but like, do you know what I mean? If you've read, you know what I mean. Yeah, they're just, it's so funny. I also, Gigi's chapter, her finding out that Savannah like took the offer, I felt everything, and I want to give her the biggest hug. Also, Nox and Slate being there, Nox being like overprotective big brother, you guys. And her and Slate, oh my god, I love them. And I'm so glad she chose all 3 options. If you know, you know. Ugh. I just had to interrupt to say that because I just needed to get that off my chest. Yeah, I'm gonna read more. I really need to force myself to stop at some point because otherwise this is never gonna end. So we're gonna stop at some point, and yeah. Okay, that's all for now. I'll take you guys later. What the frick has just happened? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We need we have so much to debrief, you guys. This is actually ridiculous. Oh my goodness. I have officially started part 3. If you know, you know. What the frick was this woman thinking? Oh my god. The one dead person I did not want to come back. What do you mean Emily's back?
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
The minute Slate was like, that's not Eve, I was like, we're so cooked. I was like, there's no way. There's no way this is happening. And it happened. And I hated her. I hated her so much when she was dead. I hate her even more now. Why is she back? Why the frick is this girl back? Who? But it makes so much sense. Her, like, explaining it to, like, Jameson and Grayson and being like, this is, like, it was because of all of this and that's why she, like, convinced Alice to hold the crucible and stuff like that. And the whole thing of her and Slate pointing out that she went after Gigi because she was Grayson's sister. And also I love that Slate was pissed about that. That was, that was a little, like, overprotective. That was, I love that. But, like, what the frick? Oh my god. Also, the revelation about Lyra, moving on to that, like, that she's her aunt's actual daughter, like, excuse me? What? What do you mean? Like, she's not her mom's, like, she's... Oh, Jeff Phillips does this all the time, but it actually makes so much sense. And the fact that Odette was the one to reveal to her, it's just, it's crazy. And now I'm currently up to the part where Jameson and Grayson are talking to Alice and they're asking her about, like, Avery and what's going on, and she's just explaining everything to them, and I'm like, I kind of had a feeling that she would be a baddie from the start, but all of this is her design, all of this is fitting into what she needs to happen, and it's just, oh, it's so perfect. Like, she's just, it's, oh, everything is just happening, and it's I don't know, it's pissing me off sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. Emily coming back into this, I was so pissed. You guys, I don't think I can ever get over that because she's annoying me so much. Also, her bringing up Lyra and then Grayson being like, well, you're not her clearly. And I was like, yes, yes. And when she started talking about Avery, I was like, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna throw hands. Oh, Jameson was so strong for holding it together because I would have flipped it. But yeah, what else do I need to update you guys on? We talked about Lyra, Odette coming back in, Zella, like, tricking Rohan about, like, Savannah, insane Savannah. Oh, Savannah and Gigi. I'm glad that they're, like, slowly making up. I'm glad that Savannah's slowly, like, coming back to it and everything, and just everything is just happening. And I literally have just under 100 pages left and I'm so scared. There's just so much happening. I'm just, yeah. So we're just going through it and I'm just, yeah, going along with it. Once again, I think I'm gonna finish this chapter and then, yeah. I'm gonna finish this chapter and I think I'll read the rest with you guys later tonight because I know everything's just gonna be happening. Oh, Alice talking to Jameson and Grayson is just so precious. Like, her pointing out, like, all of the different parts of Tobias that are in all of the 4 grandsons, and just it's just so beautiful. And her, like, also, like, being, like, just and pointing out, like, how she sees herself and Tobias's love story in Jameson and Grayson and, like, in all of them, and it's so beautiful. And I was like, I kind of love her now. I was like, she's kind of such a baddie, and, like, I was like, she's what I want to be like when I grow up. Yeah, but this is so perfect. I love this. So yeah, sometimes the phoenix needs to burn far out. Like, this is This is poetry. What a way to end this series, Jennifer Barnes. She knows what she's doing. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. I'm feeling so many emotions right now. I feel like I keep saying that. I keep wanting to cry every time all of these characters keep coming up. So I'm gonna finish this chapter, like I said, and then I will probably read the end of this with you guys because like I said, I have feelings about what's gonna happen. I also about the whole that's also what I wanted to say. Oh my god, the Toby and Hannah thing. I did have a feeling that Hannah wasn't gonna be alive. I did know. I think in the same backwards as forwards, as much as I wanted her to be alive and this be a happily ever after, I just when Toby kind of like was like he knew that she wouldn't have left Avery, I was like, yeah, that's so real because that is so true. And then obviously get that revelation from Lyra's aunt. For the life of me, I still can't even remember her name, bro. Like, what the heck? Anyways, I'm just gonna call her Lyra's. Oh, she's not Lyra's aunt, actually. Her mom. Let's be more real here. But getting that revelation was just very like, okay, like the door's closed on that. That was thing. But then that means that Toby is gonna die. That means that Toby is gonna die, and I have a feeling about the way that that's gonna go down. He's obviously gonna be protecting one of the girls, and so I don't know how I'm gonna function about that, but yeah, we'll see. I keep trying to end this and then things keep coming up and I keep wanting to yap to you guys, but for now I'm actually gonna stop, and then if I have anything else to yap about, I will yap to you guys about it later because there's a lot. So we will debrief after and we'll finish this together because I still can't believe it's ending, but for now I'll leave you with that. We're back and we're beginning this end. And I am nervous, excited, anticipating everything. Here we go. I did want to update you guys a little bit because I did read like a few chapters just after I updated you guys last. I don't even remember what the last thing I talked about was, but I think it was the boys talking to Alice. Yes, that was the last thing. The next chapter was Rohan's chapter, and obviously he's with Toby. That entire conversation I was like, yeah, Toby's going. This was like the final goodbye. This was him, like just the whole damn sky. That's what you give her if you make it out. If you get the chance, you give her everything on a bent knee if you have to, the world and the whole damn sky. Bro, that little like link that he's trying to tell Rohan, but then like connecting it back to Hannah because now we know she's gone, and then obviously like knowing that it's like he wanted to have made that decision and he's giving Rohan that. It's like, ugh. Guys, I can't start crying yet. This is not good. But yeah, this was, yeah. And the fact that everything's crumbling down, like I think I've gotten up to, I'll explain where I've gotten up to, but in like what's happened so far, like they kind of had their conversation and then Rohan's like everything, the world began to crumble. So obviously we're assuming that the whole thing that was happening that gets confirmed in Gigi's chapter is that smoke, rubble and smoke. When the world was ending, you only got to decide, the only thing you got to decide was who to spend the apocalypse with. And that just was like, and her calling Gigi, Gigi calling Savannah and Nox, and then them all just saying it, and Lyra and Nash and Alyssa being there, and that Lyra's chapter especially, because obviously that like, not finality of it, but it's like that fear of like, was it actually end? Did they make it out? Like, did Jameson and Grayson make it out? Like, what was happening? And her anticipation, and then that build up to that, like their little reunion. Oh, it was just, it was so beautiful. And then that just like their run up and like her knowing like, oh, there wasn't a force on earth that could have held Lyra back. Like it was just, I love it so much. I still don't think, this is not controversial. This is just my opinion. I think Avery and Jameson and Hannah and Toby will always be my favorite, but like they really came up. They really came up strong, and I'm so happy because I love both of them so much, and I'm so happy. I was just, yeah, and oh my god, I'm like not okay. Also, the end of that chapter and her being like, wait, you guys are the only ones that got out, like Grayson being like, where's Avery and stuff like that, and then now just I'm seeing like Jameson's chapter, which is chapter 95, like, and him just going into shock, like where's Avery, blah blah blah. And then now what's his name, let's see what happens. Wait, Bowen, guys, you don't shut up. Getting so confused between his uncle's names. I'm literally, this stress is like making me so confused. But just him like pointing out that she might have snuck out like the secret passage, I was like, yes, 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 yes. It was so perfect. Like that little thing that he like was able to show Jameson, and that now Jameson's gonna go look. So we're gonna go through this together. It's gonna be a mess, but yeah, I'm so excited. So I'm probably gonna film it. It'll probably be on like double speed, and then if I have something to say, I will say it. But I have a feeling about the things that are gonna happen next, about some things, and then obviously the other things that we'll see what happens. Ugh, I'm so scared. Let's go.
12 seconds later.
That parallel between Toby and Jameson, like how when Toby was talking about Hannah, how Rohan was always like, it's always Hannah with you, and now in Jameson's POV it's always Avery. I'm like, guys, ugh, I'm not okay. Ugh, I'm not normal about this series. I'm not normal about these characters. It's actually ridiculous. I'm gonna cry. Wait, it's real! They found her! They found my girlie! Aww. I can't cry yet. I need a minute. Oh, you guys, I'm struggling. I'm struggling right now. Oh my god. No regrets. Lyra and Grayson, Hannah and Toby, Avery and James. Guys, no regrets. The fact that this is, we're officially part 4. This is officially the end. I need to lock in. I think, oh, that was so beautiful, but it was also so tragic. I think I'm gonna put my camera down so that I can have a proper cry. Right now, because it needs to all come out, and then I will continue part 4. I don't know if I'll continue it with you guys, but I will definitely update you guys, because I need to take a minute. But yeah, if I update you guys later, I will, and then if I don't, you guys will see me tomorrow. For now.
2 very boring minutes later.
I like this. I like this development that we're getting. I like that we're getting Rohan's point of view, and I love that I think it was nice to see it different, that we saw the ending of all of that, that we saw the whole crumbling down, everything that was happening with Avery and Eve and Freya, like as just before everything, all of the mess happened. So, and then how everyone died, and then what Zella was explaining about only 4 people in this scenario will die, and including including Toby, which I'm still trying to fathom that he's truly gone, because like I said before, I did have a feeling that he would, but like at the same time, yeah. Also, her giving him the offer to be the factotum again, whoa, crazy. And I can't even lie, I think I kind of saw it coming, because their alliance, I had a feeling that they would have a little bit of an alliance. I think I knew deep down that Zella wasn't bad. I was like, she's too much of a baddie to be bad. But I just, yeah, I feel like he's gonna go after Savannah again. I really hope, I kind of hope, because that little ending of just, you know, like Zella said, I never did take you for a coward, Rohan. So ugh, I'm so excited. I've run out of all of my tabs. It's ridiculous, because these other ones are just like the spare ones, but yeah, we'll see. Anyways, I'm gonna read a little bit more. I feel like I'm just like having to stop at random intervals to update you guys, because you guys just gonna find it boring if you just see me sit here and read. But okay, this next, oh my god, okay. Okay, I need to sit and read this chapter. I just turned the page. They're back together, Savannah, Grayson, and Rohan. Oh my god, this was like, I was always like on the fence about their relationship. I don't know if I liked it or not, and I had fun with it, but this is like, now I'm like, okay, I really enjoy this, so I'm gonna read this and giggle and scream and kick my feet, but you know, I will update you guys after. Guys, I just need to say two things. One, I'm so happy for Gigi. I love her so much. She deserves literally everything in the world. Her and Slay, like, starting this new page, and like, oh, it's just so perfect. And him getting like the seal and like the inheritance from Eve, so perfect. And then the next chapter being Grayson, like being Lyra's, and her going back home and being like letting them go and get Miles' End, and just like seeing her parents and like all of the things that like she's taken from them, and even though they're not her parents, just it's so beautiful to see that. And just also the when they were at the jewelers, Nan being like 80% actually rise or whatever. I love her so much. Bro, Nan and Gigi are literally just my saviors of this. Oh my god. And them just like Grayson being with her and just like being normal, and like she said, Lyra threw her head back and laughed day in and day out. Ordinary moments that were so beautiful. Like, it's just, oh, I love it. It was just so beautiful, and I'm so glad they're getting this. Also, Grayson goofing around with Cooper is so cute. As an older sibling, that is so attractive. Like having like the like another person like being good with like your younger siblings. I was like, I love that. Oh, I love them so much. And the next chapter is Jameson's. Oh, you guys. I'm looking in now because we literally only have a few pages left, and I was just looking at the epilogue. I just like skipped forward. It's Avery's POV, you guys. I'm so glad. I think for the epilogue, I think I'm gonna like turn my camera off and read that just like by myself, because I'm probably gonna start crying. But I'm so glad that we get the epilogue in Avery's point of view, because I was like, it really just like, at the end of the day, as much as I love all the characters and I love Gigi and love Rohan and love Lyra, and I'm so glad this series has expanded, it's all Avery. It was all Avery at the start, and I'm just so glad we end it with her epilogue in like her point of view. So I'm gonna read Jameson's chapters because oh my god, they're so damn perfect, bro. I'm like three lines in. Anyways, yeah. And just, yeah, her talking about like everything, like it wasn't all horrible, and then explaining like the reason behind the Gilded Blade, and it's like so valid, but like also it was just, there's just, it's so many things. I love them. It's so perfect. Yeah. I think I'm gonna put my camera down and just enjoy this, and then I will update you guys tomorrow. So for now, that's all for me. I am gonna go read these last two chapters and this epilogue and probably cry my eyes out and sob, and then I will yap to you about it tomorrow. So yeah, this has been such an amazing journey. I don't want to yap too much now because obviously I will yap tomorrow and like a full outro then, but this has just been so really sweet. Like my heart is like, it's so happy. I wish we could stay in this a little bit longer, but at the same time I'm like, I know we're gonna come back someday, I hope. It's just, it's so beautiful, it's so perfect, and I am so happy. Yeah, I'm so glad that we're ending with Jamie and Avery and just wrapping everything up. So yeah, I'll let you guys go for now, and we'll chat tomorrow. You guys, it's the end. It's officially the end. We've officially finished the Gilded Blade. I cannot believe this. I can't cry again, you guys. I was literally like a mess last night. I literally was just, I don't even know what I was upset about. I think I wasn't like, I'm upset that this is ending, but I think I was more emotional to the fact that like there was just the way that it was wrapped up, and I wanted it to be longer. I kind of wish it was longer, but it was just so beautiful and it was so perfect. The Avery wedding, the little like getting the epilogue in Avery's point of view was so perfect. And that last part of this entire story, like part 4, just being, and it being called No Regrets is crazy, because the real ones know, like no regrets, Hannah and Toby. And now yeah, last night, as you guys saw, I was a mess. I want to yap about quite a few things. A lot of the theories that we mentioned at the start of this reading vlog actually happened. So like, for example, oh my god, one of the biggest things I was like, I knew it was, Alice. Like, I knew she was still trying to protect her family. I knew she wasn't gone to the bad side. I knew, like, there has to be at least one grandparent that gives a crap about her grandchildren. So, because Tobias clearly wasn't. But no, I loved seeing, and I loved that interaction between her and Jamie and Grayson. Like, that was just so, so perfect. And her being like, just trust Avery. Like, this all needs to work out. And just her being an absolute genius. Like, everything went the way she planned. It was so perfect. I love that. I am still not over the fact that Emily was alive. Like, what do you mean? I think I should have seen that coming. No, man, I can't believe it. I don't, like, man, Jennifer Lynn Barnes just knows how to have characters that literally haunt the story. The minute that she came in, I was like, oh my god, why is this girl back? Why is she here? Nobody asked you to be here. Anyways, so I'm still really mad about that, but at least, yeah, no, that was such a plot twist, and it was like, it was just really good. I love Nora. I love her being sentimental knives. Also her being Harvard girl. Like, Jennifer bringing that back in. Like, she really, like, Jennifer Lynn Barnes, like, she really meant it when she said everything has been, like, playing out from the start. Every little piece and every little character has meant something from the start, and I love that. I also love Zella. It was so cool to see her. Like, I think for a second I thought she was on the bad side, but then afterwards we realized she was just working with Alice, and there was something there, and I kind of want a little bit more backstory. I wanted a little bit more of the other characters sometimes. Like, we still don't know anything about Bradford's son, but I really did like Bowen coming in and being the one to tell James that, like, hey, like, this Avery might be alive because of this, like, she's still, there's like a hidden passageway or something. So that was really good. I loved that. What else? I have so much to say. Oh my god, I love Gigi and Slate. Oh, they're so perfect. Gigi, I'm so happy for her. She just deserves everything in the world. My baby girl, like, I just want to give her the biggest hug. Rohan and Savannah, I needed that. Their tension and their build-up was so good, because then it finally hit, and I was just like, yes, this is what we've been waiting for. Because I had my little iffies about them at the start, but I think it fits so well with their characters, and now I'm like, I love it. I love how it played out. Leroy and Grayson, it was just so beautiful. Like, that ending of them just being like ordinary, just being like okay to like settle down and be like themselves and be happy, and it was just, I was so happy. And speaking of Lyra, the whole thing with her being like, I was about to say her aunt, but it's technically her mom, but like, there are just so many things, and like her being the Hand's daughter, and then like that whole situation with how Alice didn't want them to come in power, and then now seeing like everything that happened and just the way that we saw that play out. I love that we also got to see what happened with the Crucible, but like through Zella and Rohan, seeing it through like the clip. That was really cool. I really did think, like, I didn't know how we were gonna get that context, but that was really cool, and I really enjoyed seeing that sort of different side of not specifically getting it from Avery's point of view or Eve's point of view or like any other character's point of view, but seeing it through like third person, if that makes sense. That was really cool. I also just, Toby, guys, I think I said it from the start. I had a feeling he was gonna go, but it still hurt so much, and it was just like, but now he's with Hannah. And I think when I finished like that scene of like Avery like at Toby's like the memorial or whatever, and then she mentioned Eve, and she mentioned like him and Hannah and like their story and things like that, and I'm so glad her and Eve now have finally made up. I had a feeling Eve would get a redemption arc, but now they're like sisters, and I think it took Toby dying for that to happen. I mean, as dark as that is, but yeah, now he's with Hannah, and that epilogue, you guys, that was so perfect. And the introvert's wedding, and just all of the characters being together, and oh my god, Libby and Nash's twins, oh my god, they're so cute. And her reserving the name Hannah for Avery, guys, I was okay up until the point where Oren started walking her down the aisle. I was like I'm done, and I just started bawling. And then her mentioning like Toby and like Toby, and like her knowing Toby and Hannah were somewhere like dancing together and watching them, I was like, Oh, it was so beautiful. I loved the wrap up of this book. I could say so much about this, but I think I'm gonna stop here because otherwise we would just be here forever. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This was such an amazing experience. This is such an amazing way to wrap up a series that changed my entire life, my entire reading journey, and I'm just so glad to be here. So glad that you guys could join me. I love this series so much, and I cannot wait for the next thing that Jennifer Lynn Barnes writes because I know it will be good. So this is officially the end. We're wrapping up this sort of journey of these vlogs, and I can't wait for more. Subscribe, stay tuned, and I will see you guys next time.